بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Hadith number 17. Hadith is narrated by Abu Ya'la Shaddad ibn Awsin radiyallahu anhu. He said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إن الله كتب الإحسان على كل شيء. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has decreed excellence for everything. فإذا قتلتم فأحسنوا القتلة. So when you kill, do the killing excellently. Obviously, I'll explain how you kill something or someone excellently. وإذا ذبحتم فأحسنوا الذبحة. And when you slaughter with excellence. وَلْيُحِدَّ أَحَدُكُمْ شَفْرَتَهُ. And one should sharpen his sword or the knife before he slaughters. وَلْيُرِحْ ذَبِيحَتَهُ. And he should put his animal at ease. It's mostly about slaughtering animal. So let's break it down and try to explain a bit more so we can understand, we can get the message and the information from the hadith. The first bit said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَتَبَ الْإِحْسَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Now it's going to take us back to the hadith of Jibreel alayhi salam. Remember the hadith of Jibreel? Usman? You remember? Yusuf? You remember the hadith of Jibreel? What is it? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, yeah? And he asked question, isn't it? And one of the question was about ihsan, isn't it? What is ihsan? This is the ihsan Allah is talking about. And what was the answer Prophet gave about ihsan? He said, Prophet said, Al-ihsanu an ta'bud Allah ka'annaka yarahu. That you worship Allah as if you can see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ تَرَاهُ. And if you can't do that, if you can see Him, فَإِنَّهُ يَرَاكَ. Then think that He can see you. Why did Prophet give this definition of ihsan? That you worship Allah such a way that He can see you, and if he can't do that, then at least think that he can see you. It's because when a person is God conscious, he knows Allah can see him. Then what does he do? In private, in front of people, everywhere, he's going to be nice. Some people could be very nice in front of you. They might show you niceness. They might talk to you nicely. Good morning, hello, how are you? How was your day? Smiley face. But in the closed door, behind the closed door, they're different, isn't it? Because they just try to show the niceness to people, so people call them a nice person. Actually, they're not nice, isn't it? But imagine if you are God conscious, if you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know Allah can see you, then even in the house behind the closed door, you will be the same person how you are in front of the other people, isn't it? So this is why Prophet he gave the definition of God consciousness for the ihsan, because when you are conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your behavior, your akhlaq, your thinking, everything, your inside, your outside, everything will be excellent. You understand? And he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he decreed excellence. Is the word excellence? Excellence, isn't it? Sometimes I need help for English as well, because my English is not that great, because I'm not a British potato like you. Okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he decreed excellence for everything. For everything. Not only for salah, not only for fasting, not only for reading Quran, not only for Hajj and Umrah, for everything. Everything means you should use your ihsan. You should do everything with ihsan, even your study in school. Ihsan means the simple way. If I put it in a simple way, and if I explain to you ihsan in a simple way, to do everything in the best of form or best of manner. Even you study in school, when you study, make sure you study properly. Make sure your target should be not only pass, your target should be to get the best result, to get 10 out of 10, isn't it? Is there 10 out of 10, or is it only up to 9? 9 is the best, is it? Okay, the target should be to get 9. So use this ihsan for everything. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said in the Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about treating your parents, Allah didn't say treat your parents nicely. He said treat your parents with ihsan. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Ihsan is more than good. More than good. You understand? You have to treat your parents with ihsan, means the best treatment. You have to give them the best treatment. Not only nice, like, smiley face and stuff. You have to be more than that. You understand? So whatever we do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he wants us to do it with ihsan, with best of forms and with best of manners. That's why it's Prophet said, كَتَبَ الْإِحْسَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he decreed ihsan for everything. The problem is, we Muslim, we have misconception. We think we just have to be, we just have to apply the ihsan only for salah and prayer and zikr and hajj and umrah. No, for everything. فَإِذَا قَتَلْتُمْ فَأَحْسِنُوا الْقِتْلَةَ. So when you kill with ihsan, with excellence. What does it mean? So if you get angry with someone and you kill him, doesn't mean like you kill him nicely. Actually, it's not. This is for qisas. This is for qisas. Qisas is when a person, he kills another person, then the Muslim authority, the government, the judge, not the people, not the public, they will, in retaliation, the person who kills the other person will be killed as well, because we have to make the justice, isn't it? So, for example, a Muslim, he killed another Muslim. I'll give an example. Okay. So, what will happen? The person who killed the other person, the person has to kill the other person intentionally, not by mistake. If it's mistake, then obviously you don't take the qisas. You take the diyat. Diyat means you have to pay the blood money. But if you kill the person, intentionally means what? You wanted to kill him and you use the weapon which is used for killing. Then in return, you will be killed as well, to make the justice. Obviously, if the guardian of the killed person, murdered person, they forgive you, then it's a different thing. It's like, obviously it's accepted. If they say, no, we don't want qisas, but we want the diyat. Do you understand? Then you have to pay the diyat. So now, for example, the judge, they they realized that he actually killed the person intentionally, and they said, okay, this person has to be killed as well. And the family of the murdered person, they want the qisas as well. You understand? Then in that case, you'll be killed. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when you take the qisas, when you take the retaliation, when you kill the person in return for killing another person, then don't torture him. When you give him the death penalty, death punishment, don't torture the person. Don't go beyond the limit. So kill him such a way, kill him. So obviously, when he's gonna be killed, he's gonna feel the pain. But try to minimize it. Try to minimize it. This is why in Islam, when they give the death punishment, according to Islam, I think it's still in Saudi, they do this kind of thing. So how do they kill the person? They slaughter him, isn't it? Not like slaughtering like this. They think they chop the head off, because that's the easiest way to die. The least pain you can get if your head is chopped, because you die very quick. Like some country, like for example in Bangladesh, when they give death penalty, you know what they do? They hang the person, which is very painful. But it takes time for the person to die. Do you understand? It takes longer than chopping the head off. In America, it's worse than that. In America, it's worse than that. You know how they kill? They put you on a chair, electric chair, and then give you electric shock. You understand? So it takes time for the person to die. Or they inject the poison in your body and they kill you. That's what they do. But the easiest way is this, chopping the head off. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, when you take the qisas, when you do the qisas, retaliation, make sure you don't give pain to the person. Doesn't matter if he's a murderer or whoever he is, but he's a human being at the end of the day. You understand? And then he said, وَإِذَا دَبَحْتُمْ فَحْسِنُوا الذِّبْحَةَ. This is very important. You need to learn how to slaughter animal, because when you grow up, inshallah, one day you'll slaughter animal, isn't it? The qurbani. Or you're gonna be scared. You have chicken heart. Subhanallah. You know, I was in a house, I was teaching, and in London, in Leighton. And I went there to teach, and I can hear some noise in the kitchen. They're talking like in a loud Pakistani family. So then I think that the dad came and he said, if I can go and and help them to slaughter the chicken, because there was about 3 or 4 men in the house, but everyone is scared to slaughter the chicken because they're scared of the blood and the knife. Do you understand? So this is just too much. You shouldn't be that scared to slaughter an animal. You should be man enough to. Okay, if it's women, it's different. Okay, because naturally they're a bit like scared and not that brave like men. But as a man, at least you should have the courage to slaughter the chicken, isn't it? So I was gonna slaughter it, but then they changed their mind. They said, no, we want to keep the chicken, the live chicken. But in my country, in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, if you go during Eid al-Adha, you will see the people, they slaughter their own animal. They don't take it to the slaughterhouse. There's no slaughterhouse in our country. You understand? The people slaughter their own animal. So when we, I was young, and I grew up in Bangladesh. So during Eid time, we used to witness this in front of our eyes. Our parents, our uncles, dads, brothers, they used to slaughter the cows, and it was so fun. You understand? But I don't think you have that big heart to witness the slaughtering. How many of you can actually witness the slaughtering? Raise your hand if you can. Are you brave enough to see the blood? Eh? MashaAllah. A lot of children, they get trauma, after that. They can't sleep at night, waking up crying, screaming, "Mommy!" So now this hadith is talking about some manners and etiquette of slaughtering animals. وَإِذَا ذَبَحْتُمْ فَأَحْسِنُوا الذِّبْحَةَ. When you slaughter with excellence, with ihsan. And how do you do that? There are some manners. Prophet he taught us how to slaughter the animal. For example, first thing you should do is make sure the knife you're going to use, it's sharp enough, so you can slaughter the animal quickly. Because if the knife is not sharp, what will happen? You will just, you'll slaughter it, but it's not going to cut. And what will happen? The animal is going to feel the pain. This is very important. You make sure, Prophet said, you sharpen your knife properly. You understand? And do not sharpen the knife in front of the animal. Why? Because animal can sense it. This guy is going to slaughter me, and it's going to give him the stress and depression, and he's going to be scared. To hide it. Don't even you might think, it's a cow, it's not going to understand. Actually, they understand. They're not that stupid. You understand? Do not sharpen the knife in front of the animal. Don't slaughter an animal in front of another animal. But in back home, they do these things. I saw it. Obviously, people don't have enough knowledge, so they think it's just cow, and they're slaughtering cow in front of another one. And you can see, I used to look at the other cow, and I used to observe the way they look. La ilaha illallah. The mood, the face used to change, and they used to make noise and stuff. You understand? So don't slaughter an animal in front of another animal. This is